What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my Datsun, my baby. Something happened to it. It's unfortunate, but it could have been worse. And now, you know, that happened, we're going to kind of look over different things, what we need to fix to make it right. So let's get into this video. Alright guys, so of course you guys know the orange Datsun. It's here, and this happened. On my way to a show, driving fine, and as you can see, that's the aftermath of what happened. An engine fire. That's like the worst that can happen. It could have been worse. Normally something happens like this, a car gets completely burned to the ground. Luckily I had an extinguisher. I was coming back here to the shop, and so I had a hose and had one of my guys help me out put it out, but it could have been worse. I mean, I could have been driving and you know, just lit the whole thing, you know, fire. It was flames coming out of here. It could have lit the whole car on fire. I couldn't have put it out. Like, pretty much damaged the carbon fiber hood. Kind of never seen, I guess it got hot, it like lifted or fish scaled the carbon fiber. You know, I'm gonna have to repaint the front end, fix the wiring, so on and so forth. So I don't know the extent of what happened, but I know obviously it could have been worse. It could have torched the whole thing on fire. Luckily, you know, I'm okay too, because, you know, I talked to everybody. They're like, dude, it could have been bad where it was on the freeway. It could have, you know, you could have been on fire if something happened. But luckily, you know, looking up above me and everything was okay. I was fine, and the car was fine. So I kind of got a time to kind of look over and see where we need to go. So I went ahead and bought parts that I think obviously we need. I got the stuff out here. Got the hose. Got the Flex Fuel 85 sensor. Got the connector for it, got the injector plugs, and then just clean up the wiring. Also, obviously, some vacuum line. And just kind of clean everything up, make sure everything's good. So we're gonna work on that. Hopefully, see if we can try to revive her and bring her back to life, see if it starts or any other damage was done. But like I said, at least the main thing is that, you know, I was okay and the car is still here. So we'll get on this and I'll give you guys a progress report once we start taking stuff up and see what's going on. And so I finished cleaning up the wiring for the Datsun after the burn. Replaced the injector plugs, the E85 sensor, the wiring, anything that was burned. Cleaned up the wiring, vacuum hoses, everything. Want to show you guys that. Went ahead and replace injector wiring here, E85 sensor, the new hose, vacuum lines that got charred. I fixed that. Fixed all the wiring that was burnt up in here. So pretty much got everything on there. So let's see if she starts. Oh, we got power. Let's see if she finds her. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! She's alive! We're back in business, boys. Woo! Alright, so here's the wreckage of the hood that happened. So Jose went ahead and laid some carbon fiber, did the repair, kind of grinded all the scales that were on there and put carbon fiber on there on top. We still have to do another layer of epoxy on it, but looks pretty cool there. He kind of faded it in. We're still gonna have to do like a little fade in here. I'm still torn. I don't know how it's gonna look if we try to, obviously because the weave's not gonna be exact, it's not gonna show it, you know, how everything goes. But like I said, I think we're gonna do at this time paint the hood, which we always do on a lot of cars that we work on, is either come from this line and leave this in carbon fiber and expose this, and the rest would be body color. I think would look pretty cool. Other guys are saying do stripes, but I don't know about all that. I think leaving a little bit of carbon fiber, because I do have some carbon fiber accents on the car, would look cool. Over there is the Datsun getting prepped out. We went ahead, because we're going to be painting the hood, we're going to go ahead and prep this. We're going to probably blend into the fender so the color match, because being it'd be a 3-stage with the pearl and everything, it's just better for everything to be matching and everything matching there. So, you know, you always saw, you know, flames come out the side, but it's a different scary moment when you see flames come out the top there, you know. I'll show you. I think I got it on video because it was in the shop, so I'll be posting, unless you guys already kind of saw what happened, but I'll post that up from our security cameras of how it happened, trying to put it out and everything. So I'll go show you guys the other pieces. So here are the cowl pieces I took off the car, and also the side. This one was the one that was damaged, because this was the one that was on this side, and more of the flame and everything was concentrated on this side. But obviously we're gonna have to blend into this. But all this, as you saw on the firewall, all the fire was coming out of here, so it burned all this. We went ahead and sanded it, got it all prepped out, did a little bit of body work and primed it. So now we just have to get this prepped out and then get it ready, so when we shoot everything matches together. All right, man. So now you guys know we got some flames in the paint job, but not those kind of flames. But that was a scary thing. So what do you think here? What did your experiment come out to be?
It's not perfect, but see what I mean? Got the carbon back there. Kind of blends in. I could have probably done a better job of setting it up, but for the first time, I mean,
that's pretty good. And you guys remember
all right.
Remember how this was all bubbled out, you know, all like fish scaled out. You can obviously, if you zoom in,
yeah, you can see all that.
You see that, but I mean, for it to kind of blend into the existing hood,
you know, I had another idea of cutting it, making a cut inside, like a figure, like a square, and then tucking in the carbon in there, and then build it up, but I didn't have the time for it, so this is the first try. Next time.
Good. No, but that's good. I mean, that's good, like, to experiment and see what we can do,
you know?
Especially with carbon fiber. I know you were the master when you made those pieces on that 300Z.
I don't even know if I made them.
They came out good.
This thing was wild.
So yeah, I mean, so right now what we're gonna finish doing, right? We're
feathering out the edges. Then I gotta cut here, and then just shaving off the excess, and rock and roll. Maybe a little bit of black paint, and then figure out something to do with it. You know, every problem has a solution. Just looking for it.
All right. So we'll continue getting this part down ready, get it primed, and get it ready for paint. So we pretty much got the area prepped out. We decided on a line that we're going to be painting on the hood. This is the body work that we had to do to get everything. We're doing another little pass to take care of any little pinholes or little body work area, and then from there we can prime it. So let it glaze All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let the putty dry. Then from there we can do a final kind of block sand, get that ready. We'll go ahead and shoot our primer, mask it off, and then we can start prepping it for paint, and then we can put it in the booth. You guys should comment below on what you guys think of the hood, what I did, the paint scheme that we went with, considering the damage that it had. Obviously we had to repair it and do some painting on it, but tell me guys what you guys think. Drop a like, or tell me how I could have done it different, but comment below and see what you guys think about painting carbon fiber. A lot of people do that now, you know, some they use it, a lot of people like obviously the full carbon, but a lot of people decide to paint it, as you see in some of our videos or Instagram. You know, a lot of people paint the carbon fiber, which looks nice as well. Maybe I think before, you know, with this car being what it is, with the full carbon fiber, you know, looked really good, but now obviously that we have to repair, kind of come up with the ingenious idea of making it look good still, but kind of tying everything together. So tell me what you guys think. Alright guys, we went ahead and primered the bodywork and everything, so from there we'll just let this dry and then we can mask off once we get ready for paint. Got the repair done like nothing happened. Alright guys, so as you guys saw, we did the repair underneath. We went ahead and fixed all this. This was when it was on fire and kind of messed up, so we went and sanded it, prepped it, a little bit of bodywork, and went ahead and painted the whole underside, so it's back to looking good. So next step from here is we're going to go ahead and obviously put the mask and get it ready and glue so we can paint the other side here. Here's Jose. The repair that Jose done to the hood is, originally if you guys remember, this was all messed up from the fire. It kind of made the carbon fiber bubble up. It had like some fish scale kind of looking finish there. He went ahead and kind of sanded that down, and we're kind of experimenting here, Jose, right? So yeah. What are we trying to accomplish?
Right now I did the repair on it, and you got the big bubble that came up, and I'm gonna try to feather all this out to see how it looks at the end, and hopefully it looks kind of cool, and we'll keep the carbon. If not, we'll just do a repair over it.
So kind of like you're saying is like kind of matching up. You can see the existing carbon there with this new overlaid carbon. Yeah. And we kind of feather this in.
We're gonna try to feather it out once the repair is completely done. There's a second phase of the repair. I'll put up the videos later on how we did our first repair.
So with that, that'll kind of, our thought is obviously we're going to repair the hood instead of trying to get a brand new one, and we're going to leave some carbon fiber accents on the hood and then paint the rest of the hood body color, but or something to that extent. But doing this repair, we're also trying to kind of see if we're able to repair the carbon and kind of keep it existing by maybe doing some fades or something into the paint when we paint it. To kind of,
is how you find things out.
There you go, baby.
You ain't failing, you ain't moving.
That's the quote of the day, guys.
Yep.
Today is the day we put the Datsun in the booth. We're gonna go ahead and pressure wash, clean it up, wash it, get it ready. The one thing that there's still stuff from the fire extinguisher in the engine bay, so I'm gonna degrease it, wash up the car, and then we'll put it in the booth. Alright guys, so we got everything in the booth. The hood, we're gonna mask off the design that we're gonna put on it. Car's in the booth here. I'm gonna mask off the rest of the car to do the blend, and we'll let Richard lay down the magic. Morning guys, good morning. So Richard stayed late and laid the black fade on the hood. I'm gonna show you that right now. And then from there we can mask that up and then we can start shooting color. But pretty much is like a transitional fade because obviously we had the damage. You can always still see the carbon fiber there. See, you can see the carbon. So this is gonna be all carbon. Carbon. Start seeing a little bit of the black and then it fades into black. So that it still carries, because obviously we had to do the repair here so we couldn't leave carbon exposed. So I think that was the best way I could do it to make it look good and still retain some of the carbon. I think it's gonna give it a little different pop. So I'll let Richard finish up and then we'll get this, get some paint on it. All right guys, so we got everything masked off. As I showed you guys, Richard masked the center portion of the carbon fiber. We're gonna lay color here on the car, and then from there, once it's all done, we'll lay that clear. Alright guys, so we finished putting the Datsun together, finished putting the hood, getting it aligned, mirrors, lights, everything put together. And I never really seen the car with the orange hood, and it really looks really nice, you know. And to see it from almost being burned down to being back is such a thing right before the new year. I couldn't be happier. Shout out to all the crew, Jose getting down with the hood and fixing it, and Abran over there, the fireman. If you guys, girls, he's single and he was the fireman that put out the car when it was here, so thank this man right here, Abran. Thank you, gracias. So just want to shout him out, but man, take a look at this car. Woo! Got the Rudolph nose, but look at that, it gives it a whole different look. And you can see the carbon, and then it fades into black. It looks so good, guys. I couldn't be happier. So now, in SOS fashion, I think the guys have deserved some marshmallows. We're gonna roast some marshmallows, but SOS Customz tradition. So we'll get the guys gathered up and we'll roast some marshmallows, guys. Guys, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas from everybody here at SOS Customz. I promised the guys I would roast marshmallows for them, so the best thing I could do is let's roast some marshmallows, guys.